Have you been wondering, should you enroll in a cancer policy? Well, first off, what is a cancer policy? A cancer policy simply is where you pay a monthly premium to an insurance company, and if you were to get diagnosed with cancer, they would write you a check, a lump sum, tax-free benefit typically, to then help cover expenses either for cancer or just however you like to use it, whether you just put it right in the bank or to visit friends and family or pay for additional care that your medical coverage may not be covering. This coverage is in addition to whatever medical coverage you already have. Whether you have an Affordable Care Act plan, a Medicare plan, a group insurance, whatever you have typically will be covering medical expenses for cancer, such as chemotherapy or surgeries. What they will not cover is sometimes additional nursing care or experimental treatment, or even just the driving to and from the facilities and the extra time it may take, or going to a hyper specialist in a different state, for instance. That would not be covered. And that's where that cancer policy comes into play. Why one's enroll in that is because of these little things that you may not always think about that can add up pretty quickly. Now, should you enroll in one of these plans? In my opinion, many people could benefit from these plans, even if they have very robust medical coverage. Because again, the key there is it will help you with these additional things that you may not be getting covered under your current medical coverage. But do you actually need that lump sum benefit? Well, if you are being wise with your money and you have an emergency fund set aside and perhaps you have an additional savings account that you can use in additional emergency situations or that you can draw from that won't affect if you're perhaps retired or currently working, that won't affect your current financial situation, then that additional $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 you may get from your cancer policy may not make the world of difference to yourself. But if you don't have that emergency fund set aside, or if you had to spend $10,000 all of a sudden and you wipe out your emergency fund, do you put yourself in a financial situation that could be a hardship? Then that cancer policy could be beneficial, and very much so. So weighing those different costs and benefits, it does cost a monthly premium, but really you're hoping you never use the policy, but it's transferring that risk to the insurance company if you were to get diagnosed with cancer, that then they're helping pay for that coverage.